Toyota has influenced Natel in many ways. We've learned a lot from what they've done. We have been able to bring in people that they have trained into Natel, and they've given us the vision of what utopia looks like. I constantly talk to my team about knowing what it could be, what a good factory looks like. And many times I find myself talking about my experiences when I was working at Toyota. So coming back to understanding what they have done, but also bringing in the people such as Victor Yamauchi, Will Bollinger, many of our senior staff and middle management have come from Toyota, so they're well trained in the Toyota methods.
A lot of our employees have come from a Toyota production system background, and we have really integrated that philosophy into a lot of our processes and methods. It's allowed us to streamline, to again reduce waste, and to really make our processes the best in the world. It's been a really valuable lesson for us, and we had a lot of training up front with some of the people that came from Toyota Production Systems, and they showed us how these methods can be effective, and that really got the buy-in from the employees to go and try to implement this in our systems and on the floor.
Well, TPS quite simply is a Toyota production system. I was taught from the best about what it really means to practice TPS. And from the first time I was introduced to it, I realized how strong of a system, a manufacturing system it was, and what the real advantages were of it.
The Toyota production system, it's been around for over 70 years and continues to evolve from basic principles of customer first, respect for humanity, continuous improvement, and shop floor first.
We try to do what makes sense, whereas I do find a lot of companies doing what they read in a book or what a consultant may say they have to do. Whereas we will actually go and say, does this make sense? How does this help us? One-piece flow, that sounds great, but in the aerospace and defense setting where you need to do a group test, does one piece work, or is it fine to have 5 pieces? That's where I think our approach is better, because we tailor it to our needs and our customer needs.
It's made me a better boss because I realized that the workers are the ones that have to be supported. Part of TPS is servant leadership, which means you're a servant to your people and you make sure they have got the tools and resources necessary to do the job correctly. And if you have that attitude instead of I'm the boss attitude, then it'll be a lot better. It's made us more efficient at what we're doing, and through the entire supply chain and through this building as well as the number of parts we procure, the number of parts we have in inventory, and the speed of which we assimilate those into parts to ship them. And so that flow through the factory is really one of the key items. It makes us more competitive. The more efficient they become, the more efficient the company becomes.
I'm thankful that we've been able to take pieces of the TPS system and implement those into the existing Natel business system. It's really made us an effective company and continue to grow more than we ever have.
Something I learned a long time ago, a statement from Winston Churchill I thought was so perfect. He gave a speech and when he said, never, never, never give in. And that really applies to Toyota production system and to our work here. Except it's never, never, never give in to the status quo. We can always improve.